to then claim that VAT again. That VAT should go to the Commissioner General KRA, and you get back to where you were before the loss. You are compensated for your camera, and it is that simple. But the distortions you have seen in the media and on social media especially, I've seen even people mimicking that if you break your leg in an accident, now government will want a share of the money you are paid. Far from it. And it's this campaign of misinformation I want to disabuse. And because it is being driven by well-known people in this country, I want to encourage them. And I want to encourage even our colleagues in Azimio. I will look forward to engaging them on the floor of Parliament on facts and figures, not on the campaign of misinformation and misleading Kenyans. Lastly, let me just tell Kenyans that we are all representing people in this house. And as a people's representatives, we have an obligation to ensure that we strike a balance between the expenditure and the revenue side of our budget. And we cannot strike that unless we do consider all that comes to us soberly, without misinterpreting, without misinforming or disinforming Kenyans, but with the thought at the back of our minds that back in our constituencies, we have school children who are waiting for school capitation. We have university students who are waiting to be funded for their university education. We have hospitals waiting for services and equipment and medicine. And everywhere you go in this country, you will see stalled road projects. All those things call for money. And therefore, we shall act responsibly as a house to ensure that we consider all the proposals, both the revenue raising measures and the appropriation side of the budget, knowing that we have a country and people to take care of. And we shall not do anything that will hurt Kenyans unnecessarily. We shall not do anything that will hurt government in its efforts to raise revenue to finance the appropriation side of that or the expenditure side of that budget, because the expenditure side basically comes from people in our constituencies. It is members of parliament who propose roads, a hospital, a school here and there. It is us who go to government and lobby for goods and services to be taken to our people. And therefore, we will be measured. And that's why I call on all our colleagues, even those who are misinforming Kenyans, that it's my prayer and hope that when we resume sittings next week, we will leave the drama out there. You have done your bit in misinforming and disinforming Kenyans and misinterpreting what is before the house. Now, when you come to the house, come armed with your facts and your figures. And we shall be ready, armed with facts and figures, to defend that which is good for this country. Hayo kwa sasa. Hiyo ilikuwa by the way. Uliza swali nikujibu. Yes, karaoke. Where? KTN.
Nani, Busia governor has already moved to court about the finance bill. What happens, of course, I know courts interfere with what the legislative arm of the government is doing. But what happens when the case...
Busia senator, not governor.
I said governor.
Yeah.
That's my question. How are you?
You know, karaoke, you know Omtata?
Yes.
Omtata is a senator today. Unlike before when he was hiring for various interest groups to go to court on behalf of people, Okia Omtata today has the rare privilege accorded to just 47 elected senators and a few, I think another 17 nominated senators, to engage as a member of parliament. And I must say, it's probably time for Omtata to realize that it is a rare privilege out of millions of Kenyans to be elected to represent and speak on behalf of Kenyans on the floor of parliament. And he has that opportunity. That's why I'm telling you, there are people who are very good at speaking out there. But legislation is considered and enacted in parliament, not in courts of law, not in the streets, not in rallies and funerals. Therefore, I want to encourage Omtata and all the others that I was speaking about, including those who are misinforming Kenyans, come engage in parliament where have been elected to engage on matters to do with legislative proposals. I wish Omtata would find the time to sit in parliament and get to understand what is entailed in that finance bill. Because what he's doing is just, he thinks he's just playing to the gallery, what he thinks is populist. And as you've seen, a number of other misguided elements here and there do. But it's within their democratic rights. If you want to go to court, go to court. If you want to shout in funerals, go and shout in funerals. Those I have seen putting together groups of 10 people in shopping centers, pretending to be engaging the public on the finance bill. And I have a particular member of parliament, I can tell you, who does not even know the finance bill is how many pages. Doesn't even know what color it is. But she's been out there all over, speaking again as a finance bill. And she knows zero about what is contained in the finance bill, other than what she has collected from what we call in my village Mohahe on social media. Therefore, any member of parliament, whether a senator or a member of parliament, let them come and engage on the floor of parliament. You have that rare opportunity and privilege that you have been accorded by thousands of people who elected you. The people of Kikuyu elected me to come and speak on their behalf. I can tell you, Kariuki, last week, in not less than 5 meetings in different wards, I engaged with my people and I explained to them what is contained in this finance bill, other than what they are being told out there. And the people understand and they see the sense in what is there. Like those things of the insurance compensation, it's people in the village who are asking me. It's people, landlords here in Kino, who are asking me that, oh, now we here. So, fortunately, I had the finance bill in my car, and I read it for them. I educated them. Ask that member of parliament shouting out there to 3 people whether she has read that finance bill, whether she can even tell you this particular clause or this particular provision is on what page of the finance bill. She has not read. She will, and she will never read. Kusha, uko ingine ati nini? He or she? Mimi sijui, inaweza kuwa he or a she. You know, I could also say he, then you say so it's a he. But the thing is, just encourage people to read, and including members of parliament, because unfortunately there are a number of members of parliament who don't take time to read. And I must say, those that I have seen engage in spirited public campaigns against the finance bill, 99% of them have not read that finance bill. They do not even know what is contained in that finance bill. And that's why I want to encourage them to read, understand, come engage soberly on issues. Yeah? Because there's nothing in this finance bill, and I must tell Kenyans, this finance bill, the committee has engaged with members of the public, and I don't even want to preempt what will come in their report. I have not even seen it because they are even yet to do it. But from where I sit, I am certain there is nothing so harmful in this finance bill that will injure Kenyans. I have seen propagandists out there even talk about the advance tax, oh, it's being doubled. But they don't explain to Kenyans that an advance tax is just what it says in basic, simple English. It is an advance tax. At the end of the financial year, you have to do your tax returns. If you overpaid, you claim. But it's not a final tax. It is an advance. You pay in advance. And if you look at the quantum, even the amounts, even the stakeholders will tell you. I had an engagement last week with Matatu Owners Association and a number of Matatu circles right here at Boulevard. when I attended a fundraiser for the matatu that was burnt on Gong Road. And I engaged with them. And they told them, for them,